This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Well, that UFC 40 is the most profitable show the UFC had ever had at that point. You guys put them in another stratosphere. And, of course, The Ultimate Fighter debuts right after Raw, which is kind of fun. And you take part in season 3 against Tito. What was your relationship like with Dana White in the UFC in that era?
I think it was great. I think I think that where our issue came up was when I was doing the Ultimate Fighter. I agreed to it. I was supposed to be in the first one. I told him I couldn't do it because I had other plans. And then when I could do it, I said, okay, I can do it. And so we put it together. But during that time, obviously I have a Lions Den team. I put the fight team together. And in fact, the Ultimate Fighter is literally based off of putting fighters in a home and training them, which is what I did. And so
they took that from Ken.
It is what it is. I don't want to say that, but I mean, people can make up their own minds about it. I did it. I did it a long time ago. It worked. I created champions from that. And now all of a sudden UFC was doing it. So people can make up their own minds of whether they think it was or wasn't. That's not for me to decide. That's for everybody else to decide on their own. But it was something that when I came into it, me and Dana were fine going into the Ultimate Fighter. Everything was good. I made money for them. I built the organization up. I changed things for them. I told them I would, and I did. The problem came in was when I was doing the Ultimate Fighter, the IFL came to me and asked if I wanted to be a coach on their new season coming up with the IFL Fighting League. And I said, yes. I said, but I'm doing this Ultimate Fighter thing now. I can't really do anything till I get done with it. But I said, I would love to. So I went ahead and put a meeting together with Dana White because I wanted to tell him, right? Because I can do it. It was carved out in my contract. Like I can train my fighters. I can get my guys fights. And I can corner them. That was in my contract. And so when I pulled Dana White aside, what I didn't realize was that he had been screwed over by some of the guys that were actually working for the IFL. They had left the UFC. They had taken some documents and some footage that supposedly they weren't supposed to be taken. I don't know all the insides of it, but Dana hated them. So when I sat down to lunch with Dana, I told Dana, I said, hey, I got an opportunity, I get 8 of my fighters to be able to be on this thing and be able to fight. And I said, I need to get my guys fights. So I think this great opportunity. I just want to let you know. And he blew up. Like, you're not going to do that. You're not going to fight for those scumbags. Those scumbags did this and did that. And he says, if you do this, you will not fight. Because I already had a contract to fight, right? I had a 3-fight deal. And I think I had already fought 2. And I said, Dana, I go, what are you talking about? I said, you can't stop me from fighting. We got a contract. And he looked at me and said, I don't give a shit what we got. He says, you won't fight. I looked at him. I said, Dan, what are you talking about? I said, it's in my contract. I said, I'll tell you what, I won't do it if you can promise me you'll at least have 3 or 4 of my guys fight every year. He looked at me and said, I can't promise that. I said, so you're telling me now that I can't have my guys fight, but you won't let them fight here either. So how's that working? Since I have a gym and I have fighters that I'm training, they're supposed to fight, and I can have them fight anywhere else but in the IFL. Is that what you're saying? He said, absolutely. Then I was like, so you're telling me that the contract that we have isn't good, even though we signed a contract saying that I could do this. He goes, I don't care what it is. He says, if you do that, you are not fighting UFC again. And that's where the lawsuit came in. That's how we got into all the lawsuit stuff. And obviously that did not turn out well, even though I was protected and nothing ever happened to me. But and that's how our relationship got strained, was because of what IFL or some of the guys that did to him. Even though it had nothing to do with me and nothing to do with the fighters that were fighting on that show, it had to do with me training these guys, giving them opportunities to fight. And Dana didn't want them to have that opportunity because these guys supposedly to him were scumbags.
Wow. Was the lawsuit a drawn-out situation?
It wasn't. We got through it very fast. Obviously, I lost it, but because of some of the firewalls we had put in, it never touched me.
Okay.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.